Hi, so this is my audience. Okay. Have you ever felt like you have too much on your plate and was overwhelmed? Or you had a really big test coming up and you were so worried about it, so you just studied and studied? Or you did get a really big or a bad grade on a test and you were only concerned on how to get your grade back up? If you have experienced any one of these events, you know what it's like to be stressed. I myself have been stressed. I know what it's like to feel pulled in all directions or worry about a big test coming up. Millions of people have. But most importantly, college students have had a personal relationship with stress. In the next couple minutes, you will learn the causes of stress, the effects of that stress, and how to manage or decrease it. Maybe you will learn a thing or two. Stress is a major part in many college students' lives. The main reason for that is because of their academics. College education compared to high school content is much harder, more time-consuming, and overall more stressful. This is because there is less of a one-on-one learning environment. The classes are more often, bigger, with less direction, and harder to ask questions. These conditions can bring on loneliness, because students feel like they can't release their pent-up feelings to just any random stranger. They want to release those to their loved ones, but they might be hours upon hours away, and the only way to contact them is through phone call, text message, or FaceTime, and it's just not the same. College students also have a hard time finding enough time to work and maintain their job because of their classes. Social and familial pressures also can hurt a college student's mental health. Certain standards can be set by friends and family, and they feel the need to achieve those. And while these goals can be good, it's also awful for their mental health if they can't achieve those. They can start getting mad and blaming themselves. College students are spread out too thin. They don't have enough time to work, socialize, go to class, and do all the homework needed for their classes. This can cause their achievement motivation to decrease. Achievement motivation is basically the fear of failure. So if their fear of failure goes down, their life satisfaction also goes down. This butterfly effect will, all in all, cause more stress upon an already stressed college student. There may be thousands of causes of stress, but there are also thousands of effects to stress. The main types of stress, according to S.A. Musabeek and Iski Kamaria, in an academic journal called Description of Stress and the Importance of College Students, published in 2020, says the three types of stress are academic, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. The first type of stress, academic, causes low test scores, no motivation, and a lack of interest. This can cause grades to lower and courses to be dropped. I have felt this, and I know thousands of other people have felt it as well, whether in high school or in college. Interpersonal stress is caused by relationships with friends and family. This can create conflict with loved ones and even sever those relationships. Finally, intrapersonal stress is caused by internal conflict and can cause loss of sleep or sleep insomnia, or eating disorders or financial difficulties. According to M.A. Karaman, Eunice Lerma, J.C. Veda, and J.C. Watson, in an academic journal published in 2019 called The Predictors of Academic Stress in College Students, the females have a higher amount and more temperamental stressors than men do. These stressors can trigger psychological and physical problems. Women can suffer anywhere from headaches and migraines to trembling and sweating. Some examples are if a man and a woman both have the same grade on a test, and let's say it's pretty bad, the female can worry about it more than the man can. And it is also proven that men can adapt easier to different environments than women can. These effects are huge, but there are ways to solve them. There have been many practices created to help manage stress. Have you ever heard of the term mindfulness? Kabat-Zinn once said it was paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, non-judgmentally, and to the present moment. This means you're not focusing on what's going to happen in the future and not focusing on your past mistakes, but you're focusing right in the present. Once one understands how to use this and can insert it into their way of thinking, it will help them calm down. You can use mindfulness during meditation. Meditation is basically the practice of being physically and mentally still. And once this stillness is reached, it can subconsciously help heal your brain and give it a little extra love. Biofeedback is another practice to help decrease stress. Mackenzie Griffin described it in an academic journal published in 2020 called Stress and Anxiety Reduction in College Students Through Biofeedback. And she described it as connecting to a device that measures heart rate variation, or HRV, so the user becomes visually aware of this internal state and can work on regulating it. So this means you can use your own heart rate as a vantage point to see what works and what doesn't, and then you can insert it into your daily life to help you calm down. Now, this practice wasn't really known until the 1960s and still really isn't popular today, but it is a great and effective way to help manage your stress. These practices won't totally solve all of your stress either, but it will definitely help it. To sum it all up, stress is caused by the environment, academics, social standards, and pressures, and can affect grades, lack of motivation, social skills, and psychological and physical problems. And the solutions I mentioned are meditation with mindfulness and biofeedback, but there's also thousands of others like animal therapy and just regular therapy. College will continue to be hard. It's just a stepping stone to real life though, where even more stressful situations can occur. So it's good if you can understand how to help your stress now. So think back to the last time you were stressed. How did you handle that? And can you make any changes? Hopefully, after listening to this and learning from your past mistakes, you can know how to manage your stress better. Thank you.